Okay, guys, so I know some of y'all might have bumped into this, and that is JUX's EP being amongst the top EPs that did well in 2025 so far. So there was an article online that said the best album 2025, of course, you see Davido, Kiss Daniel, amongst others, of course, top dogs in the industry. Of course, you can see JUX says there, A Day to Remember. I mean, this is the big deal, y'all. Considering that most of the songs there are in, of course, mixture of Swahili and English, and also because he's from East Africa, and these are almost all of them, I think, are Nigerian, are the ones who are dominating this chart. I think it's good. It's good for JUX, you guys. And also his fans who has always or are always been there for him, supporting him in everything that he does. Well, that article started making rounds of social media. And of course, you all know many people started pointing out the real reason, or rather try to look for a reason to why that happened. Of course, you all know one of the real reasons why we are seeing this miracle almost happening to JUX, because if you look at JUX's music career, he was somewhat in the mix, but he wasn't with the top dogs. But since, you know, he got with Priscilla and he got himself in this stage, or rather platform, where his fan base kind of increased rapidly, we saw people starting taking him serious a little bit more, you know, especially, you know, since Diamond asked him to go and perform with him in the UK. You all know the real reason that happened, of course. In as much as people like to argue, we all know is due to, you know, the JP fans and the fact that there are many of them in the UK. And of course, the fact that since JUX got married, before he got married, people are talking more about him, but their marriage that happened in Nigeria, the traditional marriage, and of course the other marriage, no, it wasn't, it was actually only one marriage that happened, because the other one, they say it was more like a blessing. In one of the interviews that he did, he said that in Nigeria, they never did a white wedding. It was more like a blessing. Okay, I feel like that could be, or not could, that is definitely the real reason why JUX is doing very good. Somebody might ask, but he only have like 1 or 2 songs in there that are doing pretty well. Well, sometimes it only takes 2 songs on an album or an EP for it to be considered gold or silver or whatever. For example, I don't know if you guys know a rapper called Cardi B, okay? She's about to drop an album, and in the album, she added some of the songs that she dropped, I think, 4 or 5 years ago, which did pretty good. And with those songs being added into that album that she's about to drop that she hasn't, the album is already considered platinums because of her increasing these songs and these songs numbers out there. So that's why JUX's God Design did well, very good. And when he added it on his EP, of course, also the numbers that it did during the wedding are also counted on the EP, and that's why the EP is considered one of the best off of that song, and probably some other that you might have had being out there. But so far, God Design did tremendously good. I mean, nobody's even denying that song was good. I know some saying that the wedding carried that song, but if you listen to that song even without paying attention to the fact that it was dropped during the wedding, that song is good. That song is definitely good. Anyway, tell me how you all feel about it down in the comment section. All in all, personally, I feel like JUX have potential. JUX have potential probably to break barriers that East Africans are not able to break, because they really accept him in the West, which is very, very important. Anyway, tell me how you all feel about it on the comment section. Keep it classy, stay messy.